Thank you. So, hello students, how are you? I hope that you all are enjoying a good health and properly utilizing your this COVID-19 period. So, I am here with part 4 lecture. In our previous video, we were discussing about differences between intermediate goods and final goods. So, now in this video, we are going to only wind up this topic. Can the same good be regarded as final good and intermediate good? If yes, then how? क्या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि एक गुड, एक वस्तु फाइनल गुड भी है और इंटरमीडिएट गुड भी है? अगर है तो वो कैसे है? आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज यस, वी कैन से दैट द सेम गुड is the final good and intermediate good as well. How? Let's dive in. Answer to this question is, let's take an example of sugar. If we are buying sugar at domestic level in order to use in our kitchen for making tea and coffee and other stuff, then it will be deemed as final good. But a bakery shop is purchasing sugar in order to prepare biscuits, then it means their sugar is being utilized as an intermediate good. This is a simple example. I am repeating once again. Salt, we can use the examples of salt also. If we are using it at our home at domestic level for our kitchen or to cook vegetables, then it is a final good. But when a restaurant person is purchasing salt to use it in different vegetables in order to resell it, then it will be deemed as intermediate good. I hope that you all have understood what I am saying. Just take a little deep breath and pause the video, and we will be diving on in our next topic. Yes, so now the fresh and brand new topic we have, the last type of good we have, capital goods. Earlier we have discussed final goods, consumer goods, intermediate goods. Now the fourth category we have capital goods. So we are having some points, we are not making it into a paragraph. So what are the points? I will dictate it to you. These are those goods which are used in the process of production. So as it is being cleared by its name, capital goods. These are those goods which are used in the process of production. जो अगली प्रोडक्शन करने में काम आते हैं उन्हें हम कैपिटल गुड्स कहते हैं, which are used in the process of production. These are used for several years. These are being continuously used by a firm, by a factory for several years because they are of high value. इनकी कीमत बहुत ज्यादा होती है, हम इन्हें बार बार नहीं खरीद सकते. So these are of high value. These are fixed assets of production. These are fixed assets of production. You can be asked in one mark question. So capital goods are fixed assets of production. So for the production, these are the fixed assets. For example, plant and machinery. We are not buying machinery in a rapid course of period, in a rapid pace, not monthly, not yearly also. And if a firm has planted a machinery in their premises, then it will be used for several years. And if it is being used for several years, then it will be depreciated also. इसमें घिसावट भी होगी. There will be normal wear and tear loss also. So loss of value will always be there. Depreciation you have done in your accountancy last year. The process of depreciation, how the depreciation occur, we will be discussing more deeply for depreciation. But here for the characteristics or to understand it, capital goods, you can write down these 5 points which are most important. I am repeating once again, which are used in the process of production, which are used for several years. These are of high value. These are fixed assets of production. Example are plant and machinery. And these goods are depreciated. These goods depreciate with time and usage. टाइम के साथ साथ, समय के साथ साथ इनकी वैल्यू कम होती है. ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल करने के साथ भी इनकी वैल्यू जो है वो कम होती है. ओके, सो पॉज द वीडियो, यू कैन सी ऑन द ब्लैक बोर्ड एंड नोट इट डाउन. Yes. So next we have capital goods are also called producer goods. So producer at is being cleared by its name producer goods, which is meant for further production. Here we are having an interesting topic that all capital goods are producer goods, but all producer goods are not capital goods. Why? Because producer goods simply involves various types of activities. It involves raw material also, raw material are not durable goods. Raw material are not durable goods which can be used for several years. These are not of very high value, but producer goods also involving raw material. This also involves fixed assets of production. Fixed assets of production. Okay, so producer goods is involving raw material also, fixed assets also. In capital goods we only use fixed assets of production. We are not taking raw material in that. So here one thing you have to keep in mind while differentiating capital goods from producer goods is that producer goods involve, you can see, and is being paid raw material, fixed assets, but raw material are not capital goods. Fixed assets are capital goods. These things you have to keep in mind. For example, a nail, not your these nails, nail एक कील होती है जो. Let's take an example. These can be used for several years. अगर एक nail कहीं पर लगी हुई है, कील कहीं पर लगाई हुई है हमने, that can be used for several years, but that is not of high value. वो बहुत ज़्यादा महंगी नहीं होती. So it means capital goods are those goods. Recall the topic which we have wrote earlier, जो भी आपने लिखा है. Capital goods are those goods which are of high value, are being used for several years, and are fixed assets of production. Okay, I hope that you all have understood this topic. So this topic was little bit deeper. So I will give you homework, and the next work we will be doing in our next video. So pause the video here once again. Yes. So now we are going to wind up this topic, this video. Homework is read and write the topic discussed in the video. What are capital goods and what are the 5-6 points we have written. Write 3 differences between capital goods and producer's goods with examples, and yourself. You have to do it yourself at your home. Okay, with examples that what are capital goods and what are producer goods, and you have to write 3 differences along with examples yourself. Try it yourself, and if you face any difficulty you can ask me. And stay home, stay healthy, wash your hands regularly and frequently, and we will be meeting very soon in our school. Thank you everybody.